I actually gotta meet up with my friend after this. Hopefully we can finish.
You got friends? You
You
should have saw that coming.
you don't think I got friends though? I don't have as much friends as I used to.
Yeah, you and your definition of friends are weird to me. I feel like I'm your only friend.
Wow, because that's your definition of friend.
Yeah.
You think so? I have several friends. I mean, okay, that's a lie. And in that aspect of you, there's at least 2 other people for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
What, your first and last name?
Don't do that. Yes, I do.
Whoa.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And you know them.
Probably.
No, I know you know them.
Oh, cool.
Come on, don't do that.
No, I don't.
You don't know who they are?
I probably do, but I can't say for certain who.
That you
who I
wouldn't
think they
define
are.
yourself at that same level that you hold yourself very high.
I don't.
So you rank yourself very low in my friendships.
No. Oh, do I rank myself? Oh, yeah. Your life, absolutely. I'm creme de la creme.
Wow. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna take that away from you, but I have other individuals as well that's in my life like that I perceive, or even like and you know who they are.
I don't like them.
Why?
I don't know.
Yo, don't be that friend. Don't be that friend.
I can't.
Don't be that friend. That's weird.
Oh. Ooh. Did I fuck something up? Nah, we chill. We good. All right. You know what I do remember about last week's episode?
What?
The fact that we couldn't find the number of what episode it was.
Oh, yeah.
And you was pissing me off because you could have just went to the goddamn podcast app and you went to Spot. Who goes to Spotify?
I do.
Lord. You got Apple Music?
Not anymore.
For real?
I had to choose.
You chose Spotify?
All my playlist was already in Spotify. Remember, I was a Android user before I was a Apple user, so I was on Spotify since the beginning, so I have a lot of playlists from years ago.
Spotify sounds like poverty.
Well, Greg, I can get it back. I mean, I can still listen to it. I mean, I don't like that I have to change the setting that every time I turn my car on.
Who does that?
What? My car? Every time I turn my car on, Apple Music plays. I don't like that.
Oh, I don't know if you can make Spotify your DSP.
Yes,
like how you
I
got
can.
Your web browser. Like how you can change your web browser from Safari to Google.
Yes, I know. Yes,
you can do that with Spotify?
Tidal? Greg, you know I used to have Tidal too.
Everybody had Tidal.
No, everybody didn't have Tidal.
When Tidal first came out, everybody had Tidal. Well, okay, you're probably right. Everybody I know had Tidal because it was Jay-Z, it was Beyonce, it was Kanye, and then it was like, oh shit, this is gonna be good. Hi-fi audio, it's gonna sound good. Flop. I've been looking for the same thing for like the past 5 minutes.
The episode number?
No, I'm never asking you for that again. That's a no bueno. I came prepared this time.
I love this drop.
I came to look for a deal. All right. Someone took my damn chapstick off my table. There's only one person that could have done it. Banter! Banter question for today. Eel. What is more important to you from your significant other? Good morning text or good night text?
Both.
You got to be the last person. Give me your reasoning first.
It's not. I don't have to be the last person. Like life could happen. Like I could be an early sleeper, right? So it's not about being the last person. It's just acknowledging that, especially if we don't live together, you would have did the same thing. If we lived together, you would have said good morning to me, and when it was time to go to sleep, you would have said good night. Now we're not in the same household or space. For me, the same way that we would end our evenings if we were together, why not do that in the conversation? Now I'm not looking to call you because I know you're going to bed or I'm going to bed.
Nope. Disagree.
Okay.
No, not even disagree. I understand that was a wrong phrasing to say that.
I didn't know what you wanted me to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my bad. No, I hear what you're saying and I get it. But the way that you look, if I'm saying good night, is because that means I'm not talking to nobody else. I'm done. It's over. Nobody else getting any more Greg. That means Greg is going to sleep. That's the only reason why I'm saying good night.
Okay, so what if your partner says that? That's what I'm trying to say is that like
if she decides to say it, that's cool. For me, that's not important because one, I could fall asleep on anybody in a heartbeat. Like we could be in mid conversation.
I know that.
So that's not. And I'm probably not gonna be the last person you talk to.
Why not?
Because you might have friends that stay up later.
So why does that? Okay, so the logic in itself is like it's not about anybody else. It's the fact that I may be ending my night before you are, right? I'm going to bed. I gotta wake up early in the morning. You want me to say nothing? You just want me to just.
If you say it, cool. I mean, if we're living in the same house, absolutely, good night makes sense to me. Living apart, no. I think good morning is so much more important.
Really?
Absolutely. That means I am the first person you're thinking about to say something to.
You don't know that. Kids. You don't know that. Like
that's what I believe. If you're telling me good morning, especially at the times that I say good morning.
Craig,
saying good night just doesn't mean
that thought process for me. It in my mind, it just fills with so many like. But yeah, what if the person does have kids, or what if they don't live alone? Like it's different when you're thinking about it like that. But you can't see it the same way when someone is saying goodnight, or even the idea that you don't care if the person doesn't say goodnight. Like
no, I understand what you're saying,
but I'm just saying. So you're okay with the person just like your person, just not talking to you for the rest of the day doesn't kind of end the conversation. It's just like.
I'm not gonna say that it doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't get me worked up.
Why? Okay, so there has been times where you haven't said goodnight, or that y'all haven't said goodnight to each other.
Yeah, cause niggas fall asleep.
Okay, so that's different, Greg, because the intentions wasn't going to sleep. But if I know that I'm going to sleep, why am I not saying goodnight?
But because you know that can happen, God willing, God, we believe and we love you. Everybody got to wake up.
Great. Okay. I just think both is ideal for me.
That's fair.
I think it makes complete sense.
I text good night.
There's no reason for you not to say good night, especially if like I wanted to have a conversation, but now I know that you're sleeping or you're going to bed, or at this like then I'm not proactively trying to call your phone knowing that you're going to sleep.
I hear you. And that's
common courtesy at that.
You right. And I text good night. I am a texter of the greetings.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Okay.
I could care less. If I didn't say good night, it wouldn't mean nothing to me. If I didn't say good morning, you should be worried.
Wow. Okay. I didn't. Like I said, it's both for me. I said, if just that so easy you could say good morning, it shouldn't be that hard for you to say good night.
Good morning. Ooh.
That's how I see it. Like I said, it's common courtesy because I might be thinking about having a conversation with you, but you sleep.
That happens.
Yeah. But if the intention is just for you to go to sleep, like you're not waking up, like it's different if you fall asleep, you took a nap. But if your intention is like, I'm done with my day. Like you've made that a conscious decision. Like I'm going down.
Understood.
I think it's common courtesy to tell your partner.
I don't disagree with you. I really don't.
Okay.
It's just that it's one of those things that like if it don't happen, it don't happen, and if it do, it do.
So what if?
But the good morning.
But what if your partner says like, okay, I'm gonna call you back,
and they don't?
Mm-hmm. And they don't even say goodnight.
Do I still get a good morning?
Yeah.
Because it can still be, it can be explained.
Yes. And it's not explained. It's just kind of.
See, now that's a problem because it got to be explained.
Oh, because I said I was gonna call you back. I fell asleep.
But did you tell me good morning the next day?
I told you good morning, but I didn't explain. But I know that I fell asleep, but I just didn't tell you that.
If you tell me good morning and not explain to me what happened the night before, that's a problem. But
why would it be a problem? Because I told you I was gonna call you back, or because I didn't say good night?
Yeah, because you were gonna call me back. There was an action. There was a call to action there.
Okay.
That's just communication at that
But what
point.
if I didn't call you back and I said good night?
Wait, what?
What if I didn't call you back but I said good night?
All right, cool. At least she said something back to me.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. I'm just saying.
Call to action.
All right.
Long as if you say I'm gonna call you back and I hear nothing from you until the good morning text,
yeah,
you got some explaining to do.
Got it.
Got some explaining to do, Lucy.
Oh, okay. Look, I think you still agree with me, but you don't.
I said I agree with you.
Oh, okay. Because that's what it sounds like. Okay.
I said that, no.
Okay.
From now on, when we have good banter topics, you got to say, Greg, good job with the banter. Say it.
Wow, you need that.
Yes, from you.
Oh, validation.
Say it.
I didn't know you needed that.
I really don't. But say it.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to be nice today. Jesus is on my side.
Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
It's you do it every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
Gigi.
Yep. Welcome everyone to Convo 155 of Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that talks first. G, and I am happily joined here by my sister
Gigi. Hi everyone.
What do you do, shorty? How you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm good. I've had I don't even know I don't know how my week has been. It's been busy, for sure. I've been getting a lot of things done. For sure. I feel like I don't have nothing to tell y'all. I don't have nothing specific. Nothing is keying out into.
No new boyfriend?
Excuse me?
What?
Greg. Greg, don't do that.
They not like us. They not like us.
Don't do that, Greg. No, I'm chilling. I don't have nothing for y'all. But I'm okay. I'm here, ready to have these conversations. So, Greg, how are you?
I am chilling. Like chilling. Nothing has changed. Yeah, nothing. That's not true. New mindset. Definitely got a new mindset about career stuff. So definitely gonna be looking to make that change very soon. Sometimes you gotta put your dick on the table and tell people this is what it is, and if you don't want it.
I agree.
So that's the stage of my life I'm at right now.
I agree. I actually had to do that with the relationship recently, and it made me feel so much better. I feel like it was like, oh wait,
you whipped it out?
Yeah, and I was like, no, it's hard, but you can't suck it.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did it make the slap noise? Like the...
No, that would have hurt me.
Anyway, you want to jump to the... You want to jump into these topics?
Sure, Greg.
I'll go first. Because yours is good. And I think mine is going to be quicker. Maybe not.
Let's do it.
Let's see. All right. So, topic is, why do you think people disbelieve quote unquote world facts that we've been taught for hundreds of years? Why in 2024 everything is questioned?
Give me an example, Greg.
All right. So for years we have been told that the world is round. Mm-hmm. It's in our books that we learn in school. It's been on TV, on movies. There's been diagrams drawn, pictures, and some people still believe that the world is flat. Why do you think people decide to go against conventional thinking and say, oh, maybe the world is flat?
Well, Greg.
And that's just an example. There's many of them.
Of course. But to use that as an example, remember everything that you just said is taught to us, right? Okay. We've never physically seen anything. Everything has been provided to our knowledge. Mm-hmm. Now, if you then take us out of it and think about there's individuals that don't have access to social media, don't have access to TVs, only have the access to the information that is being provided to them. So when that's when that's taught to you on a basis where that's your norm, that's your life, and you come into societies like ours, same thing if we would have went the other way, that there's a possibility that there's going to be different thought processes on it. Okay. Because everything that we can say that is proven is taught to us.
Okay. But then you can't use the word proven. Because it's not proof.
If you believe it and I believe it, isn't that proof?
No, because somebody else don't.
Okay.
No?
Greg, my thing is...
Would you say that it's been proven that the world is round or that the earth is circular?
Yes.
And I don't want to make this a flat earth conversation, but it's the best...
I feel like this is where we're going.
But this is the best example I could give you.
Okay.
If there is proof, how could you possibly think something different?
It's the same way that Greg, it's like I think that you underestimate the human mind, and we also have to take into fact that there has been truths that have been so-called proven to us, and then they've kind of changed it as time has gone by.
For sure.
Even the way that the universe is set up, like as more technology has been available to them, their ideas or aspects or views or different things have changed. So at the same time, and then we've also known that there's times where they lied to us. Think about, Greg, allegedly, they've been talking about aliens and it's just a superficial thing, and now there's a possibility that there's aliens. Greg, that's crazy. When they brought it up and they talked about it, they said, no, it's not true. We don't have anything like that. But they've already created a whole definition of it. They've created a space that there's possibly be specific landings, like, the area place.
Area 51?
Yes. So I think it's understandable now that people question history, because we also understand that if we wasn't there, it can easily have been manipulated to teach us or have a certain view of it.
Understood. So let me advance it just a little bit, because there's 2 follow-up questions to it. So think about the person that you said, backtrack. Do you think we need to know everything?
Do you think we need to know everything? That's a scary. It's a loaded question, because I don't think everybody needs to know everything.
So certain people should know everything. Do you think you need to know everything?
I would like to.
Why?
I think it would be easier to navigate in the world when you know the real truth than what's been placated in front of your face this whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
So you... Left turn real quick.
Okay.
You don't think some certain... I'm not going to even say lies, because I don't want to classify it as lies. But you don't think that certain things that people have told you has helped you get through life the way it is now?
By lying to me?
I didn't say if it was a lie. It's just we don't know if it's the truth or if it's a lie.
I still don't understand your question.
So think about a kid, right?
Okay.
And Santa Claus. As adults, we know that fat motherfucker ain't real.
Okay.
Right? But kids believe. Well, for me, it's if a kid believes in Santa Claus, cool. That just means they have a great childhood imagination, all that stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. But that goes into the fact of your household. Some people don't want to placate on this fat man that doesn't exist. Like, just because society was like Christmas has to be a thing in your household, like, it didn't have to be Santa Claus. It could have been anything you wanted it to be. Now, she probably would have went to school and learned about a Santa Claus because that's what's taught to us. Again, these are truths that are taught to us, not things that we actually have to do or believe in.
I understand that.
Okay.
So what brings me to the last part of the question is why, or not even why, do you think belief is relative?
Yeah, because it's what's taught to us or what our upbringing is, our experiences. It's not. It's like, what's the kids growing up in a household where there may be some type of hatred towards another race. That's taught.
Of course.
They see it, they mimic it, and then they so it's not a feeling that they had. By all means, if they weren't in that environment and that's not what they saw, that wouldn't be their beliefs. But because that's what they grew up in, that's what they know. There's even some people that say they never. There's even people in countries that never seen black people before, unless they go travel to those countries, and it seems so foreign to them. I feel like we're a little spoiled in that aspect.
Americans?
Yeah,
absolutely. We have too much access to a lot of shit.
Okay, so what was going to be?
And that's why I think you shouldn't know everything. That's just your mind. I think you would go crazy if you knew everything.
I think we would make some better decisions.
I think we'll make worse decisions.
That's why I don't think everybody should know everything. There's certain people with certain mindsets that shouldn't be capable of having.
What's the point of faith?
Well,
if you knew everything, then what's the point of faith?
Knowing everything doesn't mean you can't have faith.
They contradict each other. Faith is believing in the things you don't see.
Yeah, just because
if you know everything, how could you have faith?
Because just because I know it doesn't mean there's other things that I haven't seen. Like I don't get when you say I know everything. Like what is your example of me knowing everything? I'm talking about like in the world. Like what are you saying? Like give me an example of how specific that you.
It's just take the question for what is it for what it is. If you knew everything.
Like I know that this person loved me, or
you knew that there was aliens. You knew you knew that the Earth is round. You knew that there's a blockade that's blocking us from getting to the South Pole. You knew, like you just know everything that is to know about everything. I guess you want to take it to just in the physical realm.
Well, because even if you put that in, that, why can't I have faith that although I know these things, that there's a possibility that this can get better, regardless of how bad or good or indifferent that these situations that I'm now aware of.
If you know it, then you know that it's not going to get better or it will get better.
That's not true. This is the information that I know. I'm not articulate in these backgrounds where just because I know something, I'm now the what's the word? What's the word when you know everything? When you're like
smart ass?
No. I'm not it's not intermediate, it's well versed. What's the word? No. Proficient. Okay. Not like I'm proficient in all these areas. It's just that I know that these things exist.
I think you're thinking of it on such a small level. If you knew why X, Y, and Z did this and why A, B, C turns into E, F, G, and if you knew everything, if everything that you was taught in your however many years of life you've been on this earth, if you knew if they were real or lie, or truth or lie, or even if anything that you may see that you don't know the information to, that you don't know if it's a truth or lie because somebody's reporting on it, if you knew if it was the truth or not, I don't see what's the point of thinking about something that I can't believe in or that I don't see. Because I can see this.
Yes, but you can still, just because we know these situations, we're still humans. Faith comes in the idea that we're we're humans, and that's why we have grace. Like, if you have faith in the people or the situation, is different than just knowing the information. Just because I know what is happening doesn't mean that things can't change. I personally may not have the aspect to do it, but maybe there is someone that could, depending on what the situation is. So it's like, I don't see how faith is removed because I know all this information. Because there's people that are smarter than others, doesn't mean that they take away the faith that they have.
I think.
And when you say the unknown, and you're already aware of the vast information that's provided to us on the media level in itself, it's just like, what are you saying that you don't want us to know? Because even the things that they didn't want us to know, now they're telling us. So it's like, what's the difference? Is it Uchiwali or is it one mic? You got it, but it's still the idea of like they're slowly moving the line where they decide what information want to be provided to us, when we're realizing that maybe these things that they told us wasn't true is actually true. And that's what stems to your question, is that's why society and humans are now questioning what's been taught to us. We are even relevant on the idea that they took away a lot of black history in American history books when we were in school. We didn't learn a lot about black people like that. So it's like, but knowing that there's a whole storyline that we weren't told about, that's a lie.
It's not a lie.
No, it's a lie because
not a lie,
it's
just
omission.
that you wasn't told.
Okay.
A lie can only the lie would be if they said black people was always great in this country and that's what they taught you. That's a lie. The fact that they didn't even mention black people is not a lie. It's just that they just didn't mention it.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Like I feel like because of omission, that's a lie. Because we also understand that the world that we were living in, specifically this country, is a melting pot. It was never one race at all. So at that point, knowing that and still not, we learned about Native Americans. Like there's different cultures that we learned about, but we didn't learn about African American culture.
I understand.
I mean, granted, there were courses. I mean, even when I was in college, I took courses. But I mean, like in the core of our foundation of growing up, they didn't have that in the books.
For sure.
So if we didn't have the internet and this is all you known, for you, that would be a lie, because you would never understand that there were also other great African Americans.
I don't think that's a lie. That's just them not telling you.
So so you're saying, what's the difference between that and the UFOs?
The difference is at one point they said there is no UFOs. Now they're saying that there are. That's
but they never technically never said that they didn't. That's why they have Area 51.
What?
They technically never said that they didn't. That's why they had Area 51. They just didn't tell us.
No, they have said multiple times there is no such things as UFOs. There's no such thing as extraterrestrials. There's no such thing as aliens.
Got it. And you don't. And because they said that, and because you don't want to know anything, do you want to believe that?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I think you should, if you're interested in it, go for it. Do all the research in the world that you want.
You don't have to do the research to know information.
I'm sorry?
You don't need to know everything on that specific topic to know the information.
You don't need
I don't need to know everything about a UFO to know that they exist, Greg.
That's not what I was saying.
But that's what I'm saying, because I feel like when you say that I'm supposed to know everything, that's not what I meant. I meant I can know that aliens exist. Don't mean that now I'm about to go into space.
You have to have some kind of information to know that they exist.
Well, okay. I'm talking about, like I said, I wouldn't be proficient, and I'm going in the background and learning about different aliens and their planets or things like that in order for me to understand that they exist once I've seen that they actually do.
How much convincing does it take? Because you got to be convinced.
Well, I always believed that there were.
I understand that.
Okay, so this is just confirmation. So it's like the having that conversation.
But why did you always think that they existed? You just woke up one day and said, we can't be the only ones here.
That can definitely be a conversation in my head. Absolutely. Greg, if you can think about the idea that we are on a planet and we have civilization, you don't believe that there's other species that could be on other planets and have a civilization as well?
I honestly don't know. It's not something I even fill my brain with.
Okay. Well, I believe that. I think that if you can believe that, there's even if there's fish, there's animals that are on the ground. Like if there's different species that can live in different ecosystems, there has to be other species.
So if you take that mode of logic, think about what has been said or taught in the fact that the air that is on other planets is supposed to be you can't live or breathe there or whatever. Like the atmosphere there is not
for humans. It gets really thin. Yeah, no. But that's the same thing like a fish. Fish can't just be sitting out there on land. It's their ecosystem. So the same way that they may or may not be able to survive here, maybe they can. Like for us,
creatures who can live on water.
Yes, and that's all about evolution.
So my thing is though, if you could believe that that can happen on another planet, it's easy. It's as easy as it is for you to believe that can happen on another planet. I think it's easy to believe that it can't as well, because what you do know is that if Gigi was to go and try to live underwater, it wouldn't happen.
That's not true. It depends on how I built my ecosystem. Look at
Gigi,
Sandy.
You can't go live underwater.
Look at Sandy.
You can't. You just look at Sandy.
Look at Sandy. I could build a whole little fortress. I could build the fortress inside the water.
Y'all, she's talking about a cartoon where the sponge is the main character.
They can build a little fortress in the water.
I bet you do believe a sponge could live underwater. That sponge would have been deteriorated.
I wouldn't. Okay, Greg. I'm just saying. I'm being funny, but at the same time, like it.
But that's the main reason why I don't get into those kind of like mind spaces. Like, if it's there, cool. If it's not, cool. I don't understand why people put so much time and effort into defending something where the proof is relative. I'm not gonna say that there's no proof, but the proof is relative, right? And against something where the proof is still relative too.
I don't. Why are you angry about the people with the aliens?
Because it's not about the aliens. Forget the people with the aliens. Forget about the flat earthers. Forget about the round earthers. I'm talking about just in general.
Yeah.
Like, why do people put so much time and effort in believing in things that does nothing for them?
No, it doesn't do nothing for you, Greg.
It doesn't for them either.
No, it doesn't, Greg. You can't speak on somebody and what they believe in and what it doesn't feed for them. Some people love knowledge, learning their true selves, the true history of where they grew up and their background. Like, you can't tell them it doesn't mean nothing to you.
If you are not someone who is planning to sail the 7 seas, then there's no reason why you should care of whether or not there's real blockades at the edge of the earth, or if there even is an edge of the earth, because you're never going to see it. You don't even care. Why would I care about that?
Greg, because there's some people that actually care about that, just like people that like astrology or the stars, because that's what feeds them. Greg, you don't even think about there's people that just love reading and learning about the world in itself. And just because you may not be able to travel everywhere, why can't you read about it or gain knowledge that wasn't taught to us? Like, the idea of us even knowing things that we know now is because of the internet or us deciding to read other books and gaining knowledge.
I'm not saying learn. If you want to learn about, I think learning about stuff is very good. It's important. But don't tell me you're going to sit there and read something and say, nope, I don't believe it.
Why not?
What's the point? Why don't you believe it?
Just because you wrote it down don't mean I got to believe
then
it.
Why the fuck did you read it in the first place?
Greg,
don't read nothing.
I was curious of your thoughts. Greg, that doesn't even make any sense.
She said, I'm curious of your...
Yes.
You know what?
I was curious of the topic and I wanted to read your thoughts. And maybe I have my own specific background, or I just don't agree with what you're saying. I can do that, Greg. Everybody has the right to their opinion.
The thought comes from somewhere, though.
Okay. I don't get what you're saying.
My thing...
If I read American history and I didn't like the way that they portrayed the black people in American history, and I say I don't believe that, Greg,
that's different. You're black, and we've gone through life to know.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. And I read it in a book, Greg, and it was taught to me in an educational setting. What do you want me to do, Greg?
That's completely different.
Okay, give me something that's different than that. Go.
I think history. I think is actually a really good thing.
Is it?
It is, because how people like, you have people who, nope, that's dumb. That's just arguing for no reason. I just think it's so dumb. Going back to the flat earthers. Listen, I just don't understand what's the point of filling your head up with knowledge about or lack thereof or relevance or what's the word I'm looking for? Relative knowledge of if the earth is round or flat. Why does that matter to you? If you are not, what's the niggas that study the earth? Is that a geologist? No. If you're not an astronaut, if you're not studying space and stars and shit, why the fuck do you care?
That's not fair, Greg.
Life ain't fair. Fair is the place where they judge pigs.
Okay.
That's just dumb.
No, it's not dumb, Greg.
You know what?
If you like something, even you like basketball, Greg.
Love me some sports.
Yes, actually, yes. I was gonna say sports. Greg, you don't play sports.
And?
You're very knowledgeable in sports.
Okay.
But you don't play sports.
And?
Why do you waste your time on something that you don't do?
It's not wasting my time. No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
Wasting my time on.
Okay.
I think you try to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about wasting your time on defending something with no factual background. That makes no sense to me.
Greg, I just explained to you how people find their facts.
And I said, and
because
I understood
society
it. I think
has shown themselves to lie to us, we cannot always believe in what has been provided to us to just either pacify us or have us react.
For sure.
So at the same time, for people to have the conspiracy theories, where sometimes we even seen has come to fruition, is to also understand that it's okay for other people to question it. Do you have to agree with them? No. But for them, the same way that we were taught that this is this and this is that, and we believe that because of what they've shown us, they have the same avenue of education that was provided to them to make them have those beliefs. That's why cults are created. That's when you look at somebody that sounds of sound mind and body, you can have a real conversation with, and your beliefs are completely different because of what they have now installed as their core.
I disagree with not a word you said.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to crystallize this one more time for you. It's not the fact that you can disagree with people. Everyone disagrees. Like, that's just life, right? Some people believe what they saw in their social studies books. Some people read the social studies books and said, that don't sound too right. That don't sound too right to me, right? And then my thing is, though, it is still relative. They're both, at that point, they're both relative proofs, because it's up to you to believe it or it's up to you to not believe it.
Okay.
No one is better than the other.
Okay.
But people believe that someone is better than the other.
Well, I think that's individual based, because I don't have, just because we don't have the same beliefs don't mean I view you any differently.
Of course not. That's because you try to be a good person.
I try to be a good person. You got it, Greg.
Beliefs.
That's not the topic, Greg.
You right. Niggas just be putting time and energy into dumb thoughts.
No, those are
Put that time into something else that's more productive, that's gonna help your life.
And you watching basketball does that.
Yeah. Helps be social.
You just got to hear yourself, and that can be the same thing in the social circles that they're in.
Still doesn't change my stance on how dumb people are for thinking about certain things.
Yeah, that sounds relative to you. If they didn't have people that actually cared about certain things, you wouldn't have the information that you have, because they gatekeep a lot of information.
So they say. It's that easy. It is that easy.
Okay. Good, Greg.
It's on you, shorty.
Oh, yeah, okay. So my topic is, how do you feel about your coworkers being friends? Do you believe that coworkers are really friends?
Are we going my definition of a friend?
Greg,
Or whatever whatever you believe what a friend is, right?
It's
okay.
Yes.
Because there's co-worker relationships for sure. To answer the question directly, In a perfect world, no. For me, no. I would rather have my friends outside of work.
But you spend most of your time at work.
That's not true.
I guess
Well,
it's relative. It's
right now,
relative. It's relative for you.
I'm about to say right now because my friends work where I work.
Yeah, but
so for sure.
But it is relative to you are, there are people in your position, but a lot of people still have to go into work or
True.
have to actually tap in with their colleagues those 8 hours of the day.
For sure. And even if I wasn't working with my friends now, I think work-life balance is important. So
no, absolutely, and I think you still separate that, but you also
that's why I wouldn't have my friends at work. That's why I wouldn't want to have friends at work. I would not invite any of my coworkers out. I would not join anything with my coworkers if I wasn't in the situation. If I was in that type of situation.
But you have, and they weren't your friends per se. I want to say that they probably could have been associates.
I've only became friends with somebody at work once.
Your level of friendship.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Cool. Like, we're still cool to this day. It's my guy.
Got you. So you ever established a friendship and you left work and the friendship wasn't there anymore?
No. Because I don't call everybody a friend.
You're right about that.
I think people have called me a friend.
I'm screaming.
He calls me friend. And when they left.
That gotta be hit.
Why?
Go ahead.
Yeah, they called me friend when they left. That it is what it is.
Huh.
How about you? Would you like to work with your friends? Yes, you would.
I don't think so.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think that because of my personality in a sense, like, it's one thing to be coworker friendly, right? We at work, we talk, we cool. We don't really chill with each other outside of work. I only see you at work. That's the time that we shine. But then when it's your friend, you see them outside of the work, then we talking about work, and we're at work talking about work. And now you just feel like you can just always just talk to me because we're friends. And some people don't act like that. Some people are very professional and they can separate the two. But sometimes it could be a little overwhelming. Like today I just wanted to work. I didn't want to be anybody's friend today. Mm-hmm. And in a professional setting, you don't got to talk to nobody. You just got to do your job. Mm-hmm. But then your friend want to go hop over here. Hey, and you're like,
You can talk to too many West Coasters.
What do you mean?
Friends coming over here.
Oh.
Hey, what up, foe?
And it's just, and sometimes I'm like, no, but, and I also see myself, like, I always have friends from different things that I do. Like, the different avenues, it can even be a service that I have. Like, there's always just avenues of people that want to be friendly to me, or I may spend time with outside of whatever venue that I initially met them at. So from having my actual friend work with me and then having other people that are trying to be friendly with me, for me, sometimes it becomes a little overstimulating. Yeah. And I just want to be alone.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, working with, like, even now how I don't really work directly with my friends because if I did, I would get no work done. I just know me. Like, I'm here for a good time all the time.
You're stupid.
And work ain't a good time. So that's why I go to certain places.
I understand. I hear you.
So yeah, I'm not with the friendships at work. And even creating new friends at work. Oh, Lord, some people will be so sad to hear me say this. But it's the truth. Well, you know me. I don't develop new friends. It's rare. It is like really, really, really rare that I'm developing a new friendship.
Understood. I'm always meeting people.
Me too. I meet people every day. But I'm not calling them my friends. That's what we differ.
Well, I don't call them my friends immediately, but I end up
You
being
are the type of
friendly.
person that if you would say, "How are you?" and they'll tell you about their life story, and you
Yes.
sit there and listen.
Yes, of course.
Not Greg.
I think it depends on the individual.
My friend, sure.
How do you exit that conversation?
With a coworker, I got another meeting.
You're funny.
If we go, is it and it's allowed time that we have together? Cause you ain't gonna get I ain't gonna call you back. I ain't gonna follow up.
That's actually pretty interesting. I don't know. Even like when I worked in different industries, like I don't know, people want to be my friend.
Yep.
Maybe they don't want to stay my friend, but they want to be my friend. I don't know what it is. But I've had moments where I called coworkers friends, and I like ended up leaving the organization, and I haven't spoken to them since. And I thought that was weird.
That's not weird. Y'all wasn't friends.
Well, now I've understood that, but I feel like there's so many different life moments that happened that we all were a part of. Like it wasn't I just saw them at work. Like they were part of my lives, I was a part of theirs. So that's weird for me. Because I think the coworker friendly thing, which I know all too well, I'm super friendly at work, but doesn't mean I'm gonna take you home. We're gonna go chill. Like that's just not how I maneuver things when it comes to work. I try to do that, but in the case of in this organization specifically, like I felt like they low key became my family. Like we're super. I felt like we're super close.
How close were you?
Well, we didn't touch on each other, but
No, that's not what I was getting. I'm just saying you could have been that close if you left the job.
But that's what I'm saying is that like I don't get that. But I will take into account that I am the type of person that if I'm feeling some type of way, I do ghost. I don't do well when I'm in a bad space. I rather just kind of remove myself and then I return like I never left. And I don't think a lot of people have understood that about me. Now I feel like I'm getting better at it. But I think that could be one of the reasons why some people don't stay in my life because they don't get that. And sometimes I think they take offense to it, like it's a personal thing where it's not about them at all. But I think they've taken it personally, possibly. But I just still didn't get that. But if I showed up to work every day, we would have been chilling like I never left. That's weird. And so now that I'm working at this new job with that learning experience, it's really hard for me because, again, I'm with these people all the time. Well, most of the time of the day. And we kind of get to know each other and you start building certain types of relationships. But I definitely want to create boundaries like off the bat. Like I'd rather we keep it here. But we've already planned like things to do like as a group. So I don't know. We're gonna just see how it works. But
it's like you was in a situationship
with my coworkers. How?
They was there for the situation.
Oh, you're talking about in the old organization. Possibly. I won't even throw that away, but like I don't know. Everybody's gonna have their reasons. I just didn't see that coming. Like there's certain people that I feel like I'm their friends at work, but then there's other people where I'm just like, what? You're not talking to me? What? I don't know. But yeah, that's what it is. I think that it's cool to have. I think you can build friendships at work depending on how long you've been there.
For sure.
Definitely, but I think in the beginning stages of work, especially if you are in different hierarchies too. I think that plays a factor because I think it's cool to be cool with people that are in your same level. And it's even cool to have friends that are in different positions, but it's paying attention to, well, I guess if you guys are in different departments, it doesn't matter. I guess that doesn't matter. I think it's only if you're in the same department, it could be a little weird. Again, because when you get that friendly rapport, certain things I feel like could be taken advantage of without even knowing on purpose. And that's why another reason why I like working with friends for me is
you have friend coworkers, right? Or coworkers who are friends?
right now,
You've had.
or yes.
Have you ever been in a situation where you and your coworker friend, would talk about something you was about to do after work, and then the person that you don't really fuck with or that you don't know was just there, and you felt awkward, and you had to invite them?
I always invite everybody, Greg. It's different. We different. Like in my old organization, like that was like a thing. Like me and one of my friends. Yeah, well, she not my friend no more. I guess my coworker.
Where you at, friend?
We would go to a spot like after work all the time, and because people knew that we would go there, and we didn't always go to drink. Sometimes we just had dinner and we just talked like about the day, and we would always tell people like we would be there. And so sometimes people would show up, sometimes people won't. Sometimes it was just me and her. So I'm never
what level
up
of
for.
friend were these people?
Sometimes they were just coworkers. Sometimes they weren't just like my friends. They were just people that just wanted to hang out. Now I do have
the friend that you like, the coworker friend. What level of friend were they?
Oh, that I was like I went to her dad's funeral. No, I'm not going to everybody's coworkers' funeral. You go to all your coworkers' funerals?
I might.
All of them?
If we're in the same department, sure.
Well, shout out to you. I'm probably not gonna do that.
Huh?
I spent time with her family. Like, I don't know. Like, there's so many things. Like, we've traveled together. Like,
Oh no, yeah, okay, good friend. Okay, it was a friend.
no, like, yeah, like.
Understood. I was just asking a question. I wasn't
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Greg, when you think that I'm just saying I'm calling everybody my friend just because like we have great conversations, that's not how that works, Greg. Like when I'm telling you the difference between me being friendly with a coworker and how you see like, oh my God, Gigi, love everybody, and actually somebody that, and you know that I'm a private person when it comes to certain things in my life.
So that's what level of friendly were.
So like this person has like been in my life, like.
Understood.
Like,
So there's somebody out there who knows about Gigi that is not Gigi's friend anymore.
Yo, there's a few of them out there. That's what I'm trying to say. This is why we got to this conversation.
Yo, your information is out there, dog.
Yo, I know it's spiraling out the world because that's not the only one.
That's crazy.
It's a few of them sprinkled out there, and it's just like,
There's somebody out there who's like, Gigi, I know her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, no, they know what they've experienced or what I've told them, but they might not know everything. You know, everybody don't know everything about me. But they may know things that you never know.
I wish I saw my eye roll.
They didn't because you cut images, Greg.
I didn't cut anything.
There was a time where I was going to lunch with my friend. Damn, I say that word a lot.
See?
I was going to lunch with my coworker, and my other coworker had asked me the day before, had asked to have lunch with me, but I was like super busy, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna have time to like get away from my desk today. But they were just still checking on me, seeing if they just wanted to order something and they can get it from me. And I was like, no, I'm cool. The next day, my other coworker asked me to go to lunch. And I said, okay. But at that same time, I'm realizing that the other coworker is not too far. And I'm like, okay, like they just asked me to go yesterday. And I said no. So I was like, hey, do you want to go? Now, in my mind, I thought they were going to say no. I know that sounds messed up, but they usually don't say yes. So I was like, I was just reciprocating the idea that, hey, yesterday wasn't a great day for me, but today's a better day. And if you want to know, chill, we could do that too. And they said yes. And I was like, oh, all right. So off the bat, I got a red flag when they asked me like where they was going. No, that wasn't the red flag. They asked us where we was going. I told them. So in my mind, when someone gives you a place that we're going to, would you go Google it to see if there's a menu, to see if there's even things that you like? you just go up there and just look at it? Mm-hmm. Okay, no. I actually want to look because I don't want to waste my time going to a place where I'm not going to eat the food.
We're really different.
Yes, I'm not going to just assume that I'm going to eat this food. So once I send that information over, they go, who else is going? Now, initially, I already told them that it was me and another coworker going. So I didn't say it was like a group of us. I didn't say some of us. I said me and this coworker are going. I said, well, does it matter? And they're like, LOL, I just wanted to know for curiosity purposes. Now, this coworker doesn't like another coworker of mine, but not the coworker I'm going to lunch with. Now, I could have just easily just let it go. But I was like, if you even thought about the idea that I was going to go with anybody you didn't care to go with, why even say yes in the first place? Why just say no?
You know you do that?
Ooh, I don't do that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't say no?
No.
What do you mean?
Oh, I think I'm a great catalyst for this one. I'll take it over here. So, if I was to say, hey.
Yeah.
Go to this place.
Yeah.
You would say yes first.
Yes.
And then ask me who's going.
Yeah, but I wouldn't change who if I was going or not.
But why do you care who's going? You said yes already.
I don't even do that all the time.
We got him.
Fine. But I think it bothered me because this is a chat that's going through that I've already acknowledged who was going in the beginning when I invited you. So you're asking me questions that you already have answers to or you're disregarding and I don't like to repeat myself.
Understood.
Okay. So they go. We go, get whatever. We come back out, we're eating. All they doing is complaining, Greg. The third party one that I invited just was complaining.
The person was gonna say no?
Yes, was complaining, trying to rush us. They was like, "Oh my gosh, I think our lunch is up," and I was like, "Bro, I'm eating my sandwich. Like, what do you? I need you to relax." To the point it gave me so much anxiety, and I was like, that was that moment for me to tell you guys a story. Like, that's when I knew I shouldn't have invited them. I should have just left it alone. I should have just went with my gut and kind of just kept it over there.
They called yesterday to pass for a reason.
Yeah, no, that was, And it's so hard because I have like a love-hate relationship with this coworker. It's just weird. It's weird. But yeah, no. But I'm not going to be their friends. I'm going to tell myself, I'm going to tell you guys that I'm going to refrain from that because everybody trying to chill, and I don't think I want to chill. And especially like if they're trying to chill by my job is too far for me to be chilling. My hours don't work with me chilling. Okay? I don't want to do it. And with that being said, and I don't want to.
That's not true. You get off at a good time. And the time you get off, they want to hang out like 2 hours after that. That's a straight shot.
That's still a ride, Greg.
I like to drive stuff.
That's 2 highways, Greg.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that.
What's
you
the
know
long
what?
distance for you to drive to work?
What I'm doing now?
Give me a time. How long until you get to work? No traffic.
Depends on the day. Oh, no traffic? Like 40 minutes.
With traffic?
Like an hour and 15.
30-minute difference. So okay. And that's too much for you.
Yeah, because of the highways that I'm on and the traffic that happens is not. It's unnecessary. People don't drive right on the parkway.
You right.
There's always something going on over there. So like when it starts slowing down, like that could be the beginning or the end of you being on time for work. And especially the time that I go to work, you would assume that there wouldn't be any. And then there would be some bull.
You got a good time.
Yeah.
I feel like the Parkway has the most accidents ever.
Okay, you got to relax, Greg. I ride on that every day.
Lord, don't let Gigi get one.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's crazy. So it's like it's no. If it was like an easy straight shot, like I used to drive to Pennsylvania on a regular. I remember when I lived in Pennsylvania and I used to come home like every weekend, sometimes twice in a week, like doing the 2 hours and coming back.
See, I don't mind those drives. That's my time to listen to music, podcast.
But you don't do it all the time.
I would though. When I was working, no, actually, I've never had a job where I drove. Most I've driven is like dropping Ava off to daycare every day. But
Yeah, and that's still not farther than my ride.
yeah, it is. It's actually the same.
It's not farther than my ride.
Where you work at is where Ava's daycare was.
Exactly where I work at?
Yeah. I know where you be at.
You're a weirdo.
Don't share your location, nigga.
Oh, I ain't know that's why you knew where I'd be at. I thought it was just because you be creeping. But I guess that makes sense too.
Yeah, I don't care about you that much. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you.
Wait, Greg, I didn't even say anything to end.
Rewind. Yeah, I know where you be at.
Anyways, I just wanted to say that a question out to y'all, because obviously me and Greg and I don't want to have friends in the workplace. Although it seems like that tends to happen for us, or Greg's already in a situation where his friends already work there. I would prefer not to, and that's the same kind of for me. I already have a friend that works there too. So but it does, especially if that helped you get into the door. Shout outs to you. I can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at that at all. But okay, then that's it. That's it. Are your coworkers your friends? Or are they enemies?
Think about what a friend is. All right. Thank you, everyone. If you have made it to the end of the episode, we end every episode with a segment called New Dialogue. New Dialogue is the time of the show where we talk about something that we found interesting in the past week. What you got, Gigi?
Self-care. Take time for you. Even if it's a day of work or it's a weekend and you turn off all social media and you just take care of you. I don't know, wash your ass, wash your hair, take care of your car, clean up your house. Carly just got groomed the other day. She looked fly, she smelled great. Just take that time for you, because the day's still gonna go by, work still gonna make their money, but you gotta make sure that you're okay too, so everything else around you could be okay.
I did that 2 weeks ago. Caused all hell.
For everything and
everybody. Only certain people knew who I was.
Okay.
I do a lot of stuff on the weekends that I just didn't show up for, because I was like, I want to take a break from life.
Understood. But you didn't tell the people that expect you, or you didn't have to tell them, they just expected you?
Yeah, only 2 people knew. I wasn't dead. It's important to let people know, to have those people that you want to tell everything in the world to.
I'm working on it. I'm not there yet.
Bullshit.
Okay. What about you, Greg?
You tell me everything.
Oh, if that's what you think, yes. Yes, I do.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Yes, I do, Greg. I tell you everything, Greg.
That's crazy. Okay. My new dialogue. I finished. I binge watched Young Sheldon. I binge watched it on Shrooms. When I tell you, I was on my couch crying.
Oh.
Like his dad died. I was like, I was not ready for this.
Oh my gosh.
And I knew his dad died based on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, he is not dying. He can't be dying. He didn't come back home.
Oh.
And he kept replaying alternate endings of the last time he saw his dad. I'm like, nah, man.
Oh wow.
I can't do this.
Shout out to you, Greg.
Yeah. No, Don't eat the chocolate, y'all.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's so beautiful.
But it was good. That was a really good season finale, series finale at that. So
you like to binge watch all those types of shows.
Absolutely, sitcoms are the greatest things ever created. Situational comedy is 1000% the funniest thing ever created.
For you.
Sure.
Yes.
You cannot tell me something, any form of media, you cannot tell me that there is something better than sitcoms. A good sitcom. Think about your favorite sitcom in the world. Think about the number one sitcom for your entire life. You gonna tell me there's a book better? You gonna tell me there's a movie better? You gonna tell me there's a drama better? No, you're not. You're not.
I think that you could be right, but you are like enthralled in the sitcom era. Like you find shows that I would only watch when I wouldn't be dedicated to the storyline.
That's why I said think of your favorite sitcom. I'm that type of person. If it's good, if you give me the chuckle, next one, and next one. Like what's the show on fucking Netflix with Mike Epps and the Upshaws? Mm-hmm. It's a really bad show. It is terrible. It is like really, really bad. But I will sit there and watch it. I watched like a whole first 2 seasons of that shit.
And what happened?
Mike Epps was a deadbeat dad to one of his kids and trying to start a new family, and his wife don't really like him like that, and he be always just trying to be funny as a mechanic, and it's like not working. Wanda Sykes is in that show too. She's like his mother-in-law or some shit like that.
Got it.
It's okay. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
you definitely gave a promotion right here.
Because you asked me what it was.
Okay.
But I'm saying, think about your most favorite sitcom.
Okay.
And tell me there's something better than it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to argue with that. It's just the fact that you have several.
I got one favorite sitcom.
No, I mean like you are stuck in, because you have a favorite one, you watch all of them. Or you at least give any of them a chance.
I do. Because these just be hilarious,
but then, and you stick to it to the point where you just binge watch.
Like, who would have ever thought to make a show about working in Walmart? But when you think about it, but just think about your own job. You see shit all the time like, this would be a funny ass show.
Yeah, of course.
And someone did it. Superstore. Well, it's from The Office, but The Office, Superstore, Brooklyn Nine,
see, oh my gosh, Greg, you watch. You are truly an American. Like you are. you watch all those shows.
To be an American, you gotta like sitcoms.
All of them, though, not just one or two.
Those just be good, yo.
Greg, that's all of them.
They be so good.
And you watch all the episodes?
Yeah.
Wow, that's oof, that's a lot.
I watched The Office twice.
No, see, but The Office is different caliber.
That shit is goated.
I thought that's great. So is Martin.
Goated, for sure.
But yeah. Okay.
I think in a recent survey, Martin was like the #1 rated sitcom for black people.
I can believe that.
Amongst black people, I should say it that way.
I can believe that.
Yeah, it was okay.
Well, when it was coming out, when you were actually watching it, it was already like.
No, I understand the historical relevance of it.
Yeah.
I think Martin was funny. I love Martin. I think it was a very funny show.
Okay. Yep. Thank you for making it this far in this episode.
Wait! I'm so sorry.
Okay, we both had it.
There's this video on X with the eggplants. Did you see it?
No.
Did you know that if you rub an eggplant enough, it busts?
I didn't know that.
Okay. It made sense. I'm going to show you this video, but it just got me like thinking, the eggplant emoji makes sense now.
Okay. Do you use it?
Never. For what?
Well, what's the relevance? This goes back to the facts that you know what you're wasting your time with. You are excited about teaching us how to rub on an eggplant to make it bust. Shout out to you, Greg.
It's just the
Greg
the
is busting eggplants. You want to bust one? You want to bust an eggplant? Oh, I wish y'all saw his face because it definitely was giving yes, and then he realized what he was saying yes to.
You're an asshole, buddy.
But if I see an eggplant at the house,
You gonna try it?
no, I'm telling. Because it's going to be at your house, possibly.
I don't even eat eggplant.
Yeah, but you sound so excited that you want to make an eggplant buzz.
Eggplant parmesan is pretty good.
That might give you an excuse, Greg.
Fuck you.
That's not. Is that what you're saying to the eggplant?
No, nigga. I'm trying to be nice.
Well, let's end the episode because you don't want to give us factual information that nobody cares about. In the words of Greg. Oh, thank you so much for making it this far in this episode. Greg and his eggplant. Oh, sorry.
All right, Miranda.
You want to let them know?
Chill out. Chill out.
Oh, I keep forgetting the people's names. Greg, you and Eggplant want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Fuck you.
Greg, you brought it
the
up.
Boat you go.
The boat.
That's an expression, and I understood how that sounds. That's why I had to stop myself. I'm getting better as a human. At Greg Nelson 26 on X and Instagram. Follow the pod at JustAConvo _pod on X, Instagram, and TikTok, YouTube. Listen to the pod on Apple, Amazon, YouTube, wherever you like to listen to your podcast.
You can find me, my amazing individuals, at X, formerly known as Twitter, at GQARLY and the number 7. And if you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you just needed to be reminded today how to bust an eggplant, ask Greg. And always remember that Greg and I want you to go be great. What? Greg, you stopped the whole pod to tell me.